Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video we will have a look at the artisan cutlery wreckhard knife. The item comes in a nice box. We have some information on the box. It's made in China. Inside the knife is in the plastic wrapper. This smaller paracordish cord is mounted on the eyelet down there. I just took that off, but that is there. Then we have the usual part here and some more information on the paper about the blade steel, about the Rockwell hardness, the handle material, and all that. The knife itself is a Joe Flowers design. He had the idea about a combination of the kephart, typical kephart bushcraft design in a mix with the Rex applegate fighting knives from back then, basically World War II and onwards. I had the pleasure of meeting Rex Applegate back then at the EVA shortly prior his passing. Really nice man, great experience and all that. So it's a bit it's a fixed knife basically as a tactical knife, but still with a great utility factor. We see that in the rather straight, simple handle design. We have a nice long handle. The handle is actually about 10mm longer than the blade section. So if you have bigger hands, if you use gloves, that for sure gives you enough possible grip. It's also rather thin and interesting manufactured. We see it is a nice rounded off. On top we have a smaller, thinner section in front towards the blade, and then towards the back it gets wider, and then from to the widest point there where the screw is with the boosings inside, and then it goes tapered again towards the lanyard hole, and all is rounded off that way. So really nice machined, CNC machined. The quality of the fit and finish is really good for what it is. It's a bit on the smooth side, more on the utility knife. On a bushcraft version it doesn't have much any grooves or serrations, not on top of the knife, not on the grip, not nowhere at all. But the texturing or the finish of that smooth G10 still has a bit a texturing on it, so really nicely done. The blade is also rather on the thin side, so it's a lightweight knife. We have a flat ground on the blade, on the sharpened section here on the bottom. The top section is dull, there is no sharpening on it. If you want, you could easily sharpen it. You just need to be careful that you would not go over on the sharp side with the thumb. We have a flat ground on both sides, and then we have that big fuller in the middle. Comes to a nice dagger-ish shape in the front there, but again only one side is sharp. We see there some laser engraving and the Bush logo from Joe Flowers. He has a company where he goes into the jungle, Bushcraft Global if I remember correct, and there is the logo. But I'm gonna put that in the comments that you can have a look at that. There on the front we have the Artisan Cutlery logo, and we have a nice smooth black finish. I don't know exactly what it is, and but so far it held up relatively well. There is not much damage on the finish, maybe there a little bit. That's it. So the item is nice in the hand. It's more like a dagger, and still has a bit features of a utility knife. Maybe not that much as a bushcraft knife, but with the high flat grind, relative high. Yeah, it would work too. Then to the sheath, we have a kydex sheath, relative well pressed and made. There are no sharp edges. We have a bit the eyelets on the shiny side, so it's not as matte as the screws. That is how that is. We have a drainage hole, and we have that injection molded clip. The height of that belt clip design you can adjust. You can remove that screw and put it on this position here, so that the clip would be a bit more lower. Then we have the three screws here, so you can take the whole item off and put a tech lock on it or whatever you want. We have in the middle the opposite of the folder. It stands out, so gives it a distinctive look and quite a more stable feel. The item, the knife locks in it by itself. We have the locking part over here on both sides of the sheath, and that is basically the only minus on this knife. The sheath is really well done, but not adjusted too well, so if you drag the knife out of the sheath you have to pull really hard. So that should be adjusted from the factory, that is a bit easier to take out. The rest of the knife is really nice. I'm just gonna put it in, that you see how that snaps, and it's just too hard. It's just too hard here. I'm gonna adjust it with the heat gun a little bit, so that loosens up. And yeah, that's the whole packaging. Really unique approach. As I saw the design, I did like it a lot, and it was not a disappointment, and that little problem with the sheet we're gonna fix too. So that much about the Artisan Cutlery knife.